Okay, should be live here. Let me, I think that this got bumped, right? Yeah, this got bumped. That fixed it. Now it's off on the other side. Alright, that's good enough. Okay. Hi. We got a lot of cool stuff to do today. Ran some experiments. Good morning run here. Some intervals. Getting faster. Sub 6:30 pace for the first one. We've also got Mug V3. Yeah, there was definitely a performance regression with this one. Holy hell. Okay. That is awful. That will take some additional experimentation. There. So, let me double check a couple things to get started here. We've got Noah potentially trying to fix some environments locally. Spencer's doing Go baselines. And that's about it. Okay. So I think things are in a decent spot at the moment. There's another cool library I found out about today. So there's this other library somebody wrote, pure C++ RL, which is awesome. M's seem a little more limited, but there are some nice little control tasks in here. So hopefully we will get bindings for these for Puffer, because these are quite nice. And depending on how this works, potentially there can even be, these could potentially even go on web, which would be awesome. I had a chat with this guy. This is very good work. I assume. I have not looked at the actual code yet. There does seem to be a decent chunk of stuff with this, though. We'll see. I think we're gonna do some performance testing today more than anything, because I got this new box and I want to figure out why it's not getting the performance I should expect. Yeah, this is literally soup. It's like way too thick. Mm. Adjustments will be made. So first of all, I want to see if I can find some benchmarks as to where this thing is supposed to be. So this is a $500 processor. This is a $700 processor. 52. Well, that's bullshit, FPS per watt. So this says, this is getting higher multi-core perf, but I wonder what baseline they're using. %. So the real applications thing is because of the P-core, E-core thing. We can handle that. But we should be expecting like a 10% perf bump, apparently. This is single core. Okay, so we have to actually see if we can get these workloads or these performance numbers. Yeah, these numbers, this is crap. Don't use your benchmark. Okay, so here's CPU mark. Should be 10% faster, right? Single thread rating should be about the same here. Okay. Let's see if any of my boxes are idle right now. Is idle? Yeah, this is currently idle. I think how I want to do this. I don't want to mess anything up on this. Some point OS and compiler. Yeah, but the thing is I'm getting way more than a couple percent difference, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm trying to figure out why I'm getting nowhere near the performance. Like, I bought a $5,500 machine that's like at least 25% slower, close to 50% slower than a $4,000 machine, and I'm not happy about it. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. If that YouTube message, if you're not a bot, we have a Discord. It's discord.gg/puffer. Not as simple. I know, I think something more fundamental is screwy, and I'm trying to figure out what. We're doing some good perf tests today on i9 14900K versus AMD Ryzen 9 9950X, as well as figuring out why one 4090 appears to be faster than the other. Okay, so I'm trying to think what perf test would be good to run here. On the right, we have so here we have our Ryzen processor. And okay, so we got to figure out the variance here. Hmm. Okay, that's unexpected. So is the issue then that maybe there was like a global performance regression? because this gets up to 35K. Of course, these tests are not very long. Okay, let's figure out if in dev it's any different. That is awful. Note to self, do not heat after mixing. Holy. Okay, so now when we train breakout, we're getting at least a good 19,000. And we're spending 80% time in the environment, 7%. I'm surprised it's not faster. We'd gotten all the way up to 30K before, I thought. Hang on, maybe the settings are different though. Oh yeah, look at these update epochs. Totally. Yeah, so that's why. Okay, now you can see massively higher profile steps per second. And let's see if it's consistent. Yeah, so very consistently 4,500. Is there like a perf thing with WSL being garbage? Did chat just break? Should be fine. Oh, I forgot to do my on-stream overlay as well. I gotta fix that. We'll do that in a bit. Because I don't have it on screen at the moment. That is bizarre. Okay. Next perf test, I guess. I'm gonna actually start a doc as well. Whatever the version was. Breakout. Okay, so we have this. Okay, that's actually like a 2 out of 10 for taste. Holy. Ugh. There were regressions. Ugh. I'll run this a couple more times. Make sure it's consistent. Interesting, so it could just literally be Atari, it looks like. Okay. 15K standard deviation. Okay, 8,000. So, and then we just have to do mean info. Mean D. 60. What's that? 70. Okay. Let's do the same for snake. Let's actually do it on this one so I have it. Okay, here's our env. Action space is 4, I believe, right? This is, what is it? Snakes. This is m.m snakes. Return not int. Explicit definition of time. Where do you get time from? Is it just time.h? Probably. Let's see if this works. This was a disaster. I'm gonna drink it, but holy. Horrible. Okay, snake 2.1 million steps per second, apparently. Can you turn screen chat? Yeah, let me figure out how to do that. This is a new machine. Embed in stream tab. Oh, I found it. Yeah, I found it. Hold on. Sources, browser, cat. That looks good, right? That might be too small, we'll see. You can let me know how that is. How did I used to do this? I think I put myself over here and then chat over here or whatever. Yeah, this is, hold on, this is not ideal. Width has got to be way less, like 450. that readable, or is that too small? That's probably really small. Height will be 300. Go like this. We'll see whether I decide to go get a better camera as well. This is the cheaper one. I have my, I'm in Florida. I don't have the other stream setups in California. This is all new stuff. I also have to get a better cable for the mic so I can angle it properly. Alright, we got chat back though at the very least. Yeah, I forgot. You totally can't see all the chats otherwise. My bad. We'll up the stream. We'll up the stream game pretty quick here. Okay, what are our results? Oh wait, did I do these wrong? No, wait, this is the AMD one, right? Yeah, this is AMD. I have them backwards. Holy, that would have been bad. This is my local. I don't know how it's possible for it to be 3x faster. Though, I mean, this is like... Okay, so we have... No, wait, it's 50K. I have to be so careful with this because I have to write them down. 9.3 mil, 55K is standard deviation, AMD is 2.4 mil. 14. And then let me think what other things I can try on here. Can we do big fish? I'm worried about the OS on this causing the issues. If it is the OS, by the way, I'm ditching Windows forever. If this is actually the OS causing the overhead, I'm like ditching Windows forever. I don't need to run the full test actually, I just need to run the single core portion. So 23. Well, that's interesting. I actually don't even know how it's possible for this chip to be this bad. I'm hoping it's like Windows, but I don't. The thing is, I literally have to wipe this box to test that, don't I? I guess I could dual boot it. Sig figs. Okay. Yeah, I mean, benchmarking more of these is not going to change this result, I don't think. This is insane. I think I need to get some sort of like standard benchmark to see if my CPU is matching what it should be on the factory, because that's like nuts. Thing here now. Does passmark one on run on? I have to sign into all this shit. Sysbench. Okay, so these guys actually do look like they have sysbench results. This is good. Let's try this. We want single core, I think, first. I mean, I know that there are heavier things you can run, but I want to just see if the CPU is performing. Like, if it's performing correctly, if it's performing according to what like other people are reporting, then it's not my specific chip or setup. It's just the chip being bad. Okay, so we have sysbench. Hey YouTube folks, we are doing a bit of work at the moment to figure out optimal RL hardware settings, considering I got this new machine, and now the question is, do we move machines in the future to AMD, or do we keep Intel despite all the issues? Okay. So, that's lame. Is there anywhere where people just report sysbench? Blender, Cinebench. No sysbench. these benchmarks are useless if no one aggregates them. Here, we're going to run this again, and we're going to run it on the other one. So 2618, and we'll just do these three here. Yeah, that's nice and consistent. Oh, is this single core? Okay. Yeah, this one doesn't need standard deviation. This one's consistent. 650, 2650. Threads is 1 by default. Right? Yeah, so threads 1 is correct. So that's crazy. You can run the test, but it locks up the PC. Okay, so interestingly, this actually does scale up to, this does actually scale up to 32 threads. So this one, I think you have 32 total threads. I gotta find this result from somewhere to see if I can find a comparable. Basically, I need to find if somebody has run this. I'm gonna have to take a second to use the restroom in a bit as well. This is not going well, this drink. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okay. The 1,000 calorie mug recipe might need a few changes. It might just need a few changes. That's fine. I don't mind doing dumb shit many, many times in order to figure stuff out. What benchmarks do we have here? CPU mark. Oops, 4,900. Okay. Is it 4,900? Wait. 14. So 66 to 60, 47, 47. So according to this should be very, very similar in perf. And I'm just not seeing it. Oh. There's a distribution, it seems. I see. This one's actually even heavier to the right. So why am I not seeing that perf? Well, I'm not seeing it in my RL test. Let's do... Does Geekbench have a thing? Cross-platform. Download. No, thank you. Actually... Set this. Z. Okay. Then how do we run this? Extract the file. Which of these is the runnable? X6T. Hopefully this doesn't take Scream down. Okay. That's actually a pretty nice suite that they've developed to just have a bundle executable that they just ship. More software needs to be that way. I still haven't finished this. Awful. Do not microwave the 1,000-calorie mug. Welcome. We're doing hardware benchmarking at the moment today. We're trying to figure out optimal hardware specs for RL. What is it? The benchmark or the mug? We're looking at AMD 9950X versus i9 14900K right now. Rating for V3 mug, absolutely god awful. Do not microwave the mug. I figured it might be better if I mix it and then or if I blend it and then microwave it. I figured that would work better. It caused the whey to like expand, and you basically have to chew it. It's disgusting. Ugh. Mug trials. I mean, a lot of this stuff is, look, the foresight for like how to structure stuff in reinforcement learning, how I'm like designing stuff to push the field forward. Yeah, that took me like 10 years of experience, right? But like getting good enough to build useful RL environments, to run good experiments, like all the smaller stuff can be picked up very, very quickly. And we've got all this stuff open source, and lots of people around helping people pick stuff up. It's just about putting in the time. Thanks for making PufferLib. Working with it on one of my neuroscience projects. Heck yeah. More people using PufferLib. It's only going to get better. I'm working on it full time. Please introduce what PufferLib does in simple. PufferLib makes reinforcement learning a heck of a lot easier to do. It's a very simple library that's very, very fast. It introduces very fast simulations as well for testing stuff on. And generally, we're making all the slow, janky stuff with this field go away. That's the simplest version of it. It's my effort to build the library for reinforcement learning that I wish existed as a PhD student, and that didn't. It is intended for both academic research and for industry as well. It's all free and open source. For people and companies, I do sell support packages. In fact, some of what I'm doing now is part of one of those. Okay, so here is a main gear MG1. And then here is AMD. Single core, multi-core, single core, multi-core. So what we'll do now is we'll see whether this remotely matches what it should be for these processors. I'm just doing a bunch of different baselines. I don't know if Geekbench is any good. I'm not I'm just trying to see if my results match other people's results, essentially. Working on RL project with traffic optimization and simulation, is that possible? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So we have, let me show you. This is from NYU doing driving sim. You can see stable baselines implementation, 25 to 50K, PufferLib implementation, 200 to 500K. So literally 10 times faster in PufferLib and a lot simpler as well. Any sorts of sims you can add to Puffer, make very, very fast, and generally pretty simple to do so. Interested to help picking up RL knowledge at the moment. A couple of months, I'll be good enough. What's your programming background? Like literally, if you've taken a single systems course at all, you already know enough to contribute productively. The way that I generally suggest people get into Puffer is start off, come help build some environments. You'll get a sense of how environments have to be built and structured for RL, which is really crucial. And then we slowly onboard people onto the science side from there. I have a quick start guide as well. I don't know if you've seen my quick start guide. I highly, highly recommend that because it'll save you just a ton of time. There are like so many RL papers, and the vast majority of them are just going to waste your time. I actually think the majority of them are wrong. We'll be showing you that will be coming soon, though. This one. Where's this? Let me find my article for you. Here. 20-minute read for after stream. Python background for simple applications. Yeah, so any side, the hard thing with RL is there's like a much deeper engineering side to the stack. Our environments are in C. They're an incredibly simple C. It's very easy to pick up, but you do need to know stuff like what a memory allocation and what a pointer is. Was doing something similar using Tiansho. Project you showed is interesting. Thanks. Yeah, no worries. So Tiansho is pretty good, I think. It's a very complex library, and it doesn't even have all the perf optimizations that Puffer does. So really, Puffer it's fast, it's simple, right? It doesn't have all the algorithms. It's not like built out this like massive, massive thing, but it is very fast. It's very simple. Covers most things you'd want to do. Tmux compiled UFE project. I don't know what that is. Okay, so we have to search both of these. Okay, so our i9 gets 3200 and 16K, 3200. Multi-core is kind of low, but yeah, multi-core is very low on this actually. That's weird. The single core is decent. Interesting. Single core score matches though. Do you have traffic env in PufferLib? Saw a teacher working on traffic sim. Conclusions, that's the reason. So I don't know if anybody has a good traffic sim at the moment. Kathy Wu might have one. There's also some of the NYU guys, if you like at Eugene or Daphne, one of those people on Twitter, they might have traffic sim stuff. The one that's in Petting Zoo is really bad. Where is it? Okay, this thing, don't use this thing. This thing is like god-awful slow, unfortunately. So maybe people have better ones, but like this one, when I tried it, was like horribly, horribly slow. Um, we could make this fast. We we would probably just need somebody to port this to C is all. So like this is like a good project for not a beginner, but this is like a good like mid-sized project for someone with a little bit of C experience and a little bit of spare time, medium amount of spare time. Not as complicated as GPU drive, which it doesn't have to be for just simulating traffic, not driving. Okay, so this is started something similar, but only for highways. Awesome. If you want to do that stuff, that would be great, Nathan. Though I hope you'll do a baseline for the tactics end. I mean, that thing could be the tactics ends you made could really, really be cool. I want to see I want to see something figure out how to fight the tofu AI. Okay, so Geekbench result here is for 990X is pretty spread. We got 2,500, which is awful. But there are people submitting these at like 2,500. Not many though. The thing is the single core, look, the multi-core could be low, is allowed to be low because I'm doing other stuff, but there should be a core free for it to do single core. So this gets 1,400 multi-core as well, which is, yeah, awful. It's surprising to me how variable the results are on this one. Like the Intel results are pretty darn consistent. School project to do, that would be a mini thesis. Still have to pick up the subject. Still have to pick the subject. Yeah, great. I mean, it's really just a matter of like setting aside a weekend and starting to write some code. We have lots of samples to help you get started. I'm streaming constantly to help people out. Making traffic sim on Puffer. Yeah, I don't know how far Nathan got on that. Too hard. It's not too hard on the RL side. It just depends on whether you can competently write simple C code. Like you should look at some of the code here. This is what you should look at. This is our business page. Old business page. GitHub.io. So here. This is our sample project. If you look at the code in here, this is like as simple as it gets. You can look at some of the other ends in here, like breakout, snake, and so on. But that's about as simple as it gets. And this is, I promise you, the simplest C environment code out there that you will find. We have it really, really try to keep it simple. I'm trying to think what to do about this benchmark here. I mean, we just get shredded, right? work? What's wrong with it? Okay, it's just like a big battery of a bunch of tests. But still, this should run. It says better memory as well. I wonder how variable it is. Thanks, man. Gonna read. Don't want to distract you. Come back to Discord. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for dropping by. These scores are like crazy variable. Well, I'm not going to be able to bench my GPU. It does okay on sysbench, is weird. I didn't do it backwards, right? This is the AMD one. Yeah, no, this is right. So on everything but sysbench, it does way worse. Which is weird because the single core sysbench is higher. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna download the Windows version just to see if there's WSL overhead. That's smart. We're gonna get the Windows version just to see if it matches the WSL report. That'll eliminate that as that one variable. Ugh. Okay, so CPU. It's so funny how the Linux version is just a single CLI, and this has like this lame-o UI. That's so funny. Does anybody know better benchmarks or anything? Like, I just want to really get a sense of, for sure, whether this particular system, the CPU is underperforming what it should be or not. Because according to Passmark, I should be getting comparable single core perf and 10% higher multi-core perf versus my i9, and I'm getting like way lower perf. Funny how somehow their CPU benchmark also takes longer. Winders. It's also not just the stream for reference. Like I tried some basic CPU benchmarks before off stream when when I didn't have anything else running on a fresh boot. And regardless, it shouldn't matter because you should have idle cores anyways that are at 0. And it should just like the operating system should just grab a free core and run the heavy workload on the free core unless it's really stupid. So we're going to see if this matches. This is our original machine. Multi-core score is really not that good here. Well, I mean, here's Clang. Yeah, that's not even 16x. And then here is the AMD perf. Actually, let's compare Clang. So 3400 versus 3000 on AMD. That's weird. So we'll wait for the CPU bench to finish. Hopefully that tells us something. Anybody on the Discord need anything in the meantime? Well, we're good. I do have some good experiments running in the background as well. Not on this machine, obviously, but on other machines. I'm going to be happy to share later. Is Geekbench good? I don't know if their thing is. Okay, this is nice. Not well versed with hardware. What would you think is this case? How your RAM configs would affect? Well, the thing is that the AMD one has DDR5, and the Intel machine has DDR4, but the Intel machine is outperforming, which is weird. Like I have a $4,000 box that's outperforming this box, which is a $5,500 box at the moment, which is nuts. Wait, 7,950. Why is 7,950 up here? Why is there no 99? There's no 9950 on here. Manually tuned RAM. Yeah, it's just it would be very weird is all, because like, yes, that's technically possible, but it would be surprising if whatever the hell configuration I have on my DDR4 box is better than the stock DDR5. I'd have to go check BIOS and stuff for that as well. Okay. Where, oh, these were the results. Yeah, okay, so here are our results. Okay, so it actually did improve. It improved going from not what WSL. Does WSL actually have substantial overhead? I thought it was pretty much comparable. Okay, this looks good. CPU Z has a simple bench. I'll try that next. If YouTube will leave the link, but I'll look it up. Let me just check this article. Wait. Where are the numbers on this? Am I blind? This is a build time. This is literally node build time. What am I looking at? Oh, here we go. None of these have results. Is this article like AI written or something? Or am I just blind? There are no actual results. Might be time to get off Windows. I really can't tell if I'm like just blind here because I don't see any results. Is this like one of those things where the articles... Oh, next page. Duh. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I expected. There's very, very marginal difference. And there are like a couple niche things for WS. Okay. So it shouldn't be this. Let me run Geekbench again on my local, because that was weird that it's that different. Okay, so here is bad single core, good single core, 31.8, 32. Okay, so this is now comparable, right? We get like the same-ish single core perf. Let's see what the variability is. And then what happened to multi-core? So it went up to 16K. Okay, so this is actually now, it reports about the same off of WSL. Let's confirm that. Big difference. Somebody's got to have done more of this. Medium. So it's just cross file system stuff is bad. That's the only thing. Yeah, these are very small numbers when people are benchmarking consistently. Let's see, so here is the second test, which is consistent. Okay, that's very odd. So when I run this, we get dramatically different results. Let's figure out why. Is it just across the board? 11. 30, 57. Oh wait, hold on. It's doing file system crap. Nah, there are too many things here that are... Yeah, there are too many things here. WSL penalty. It's very odd. What's this CPU Z? Why does this look like a scam page, man? Does this even have a perf benchmark? This result matches what it should be. I'm trying to think if I have to move everything to Linux in order to get reasonable results though. Right? Like, do I have to stick Ubuntu on this just to get some profiling? I mean, even with better RAM, still didn't get any better. How does mine match their, let me see. Why don't they have the latest chips on here? 3100. That's in range of what we expect. The results for this are very much all over the place, though. Multi-core. The heck is this? Yeah, people are hacking this. There's no way. I'm trying to think what I can do actionable out of this, because it seems to me that these are probably very comparable chips. But there is a... Well, hold on. Maybe there's something here. So multi-core, this is supposed to be almost as good, right? Multi-core, this is supposed to be almost as good. There are a couple things I can still do. Let me add these to the dock first. That's in line with what you'd expect. Now what we do, we're going to try breakout with, yeah, so this is 16 workers, 48 batch, so 16 times 3, and then this again times 4. So we're going to do, this will find its best settings. Why is batch size set to 48? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, massively faster. So this 4896, we have a 4896 here, 4816. This gets 30K. It's possible it didn't find best settings though. It's possible that we just didn't find the best settings. There is a fundamental architecture difference. So breakout AMD. Should be right here. No, right here, 36. $54 is best. Intel. We're gonna change this to 32 and see what happens. The thing I'm worried about here is that there are 24 cores versus 16 cores, and that can cause different optimal loading. Some mem tests. CPU faulty? No, I don't think so, because on Windows it mostly matches. It mostly matches on Windows what we'd expect on the synthetic loads. Okay, so this did not help at all. So we'll just say 48. We'll keep 48. None of the new M's really matter for VEC. Yeah, let's try this. Python fish. I might want to do Pokemon as well. Intel goes even higher. How's that possible? There's that big of a difference? I thought it went higher than this as well. I thought I got 150. Oh, because it reduces to max. That's fine. Or Try this again. It can't be this much faster here. The 135, yeah, that's what we would expect roughly. That's bizarre. It's like sometimes just randomly massively slower. Silicon lottery. I'd be very surprised if it's something like that going on. I think it's all 4-stick config as well. This should have better RAM. The AMD box should have better RAM on it. Yeah, this got randomly faster. I'm not comfortable including this one because I don't know. ProcGen might have some screwy stuff going on with it. It's like compiled. I think it's like pre-compiled or something. What about like... Or NetHack, actually. Yeah, let's do NetHack. NetHack will be better. NetHack could be a spot where RAM does make a difference. Really big observations. A lot of tests playing with AMD preferences. Out of the box settings are bad. Ugh. These aren't even overclocked is the thing. Okay, so this is... Really? Oh, they changed, okay. Install. One. Let's do this. This is the last one we're gonna run. $75K. I got up to 100 before though. There's 80. And there's the Intel box getting 100K. 48, 24, 48. Actually, I'm gonna get the proc gen result. Yeah, because this is the exact proc gen result. Two RAM sticks perform better. I mean, is it actually that sensitive? The word, like, the technical term for a finicky system is just bad, though, is the thing. I mean, these are mostly stock settings. Dude, that's so cursed. Are there any new CPUs coming out? No. October. What the heck are these? Are these on Geekbench? High-end CPUs, yeah. Well, now these are freaking server processors, man. You're linking me EPYC. Okay, i9 13900K here is at 5900, and then 14900K. So we have 60,000 is our baseline, right? So 60,000 benchmark. I mean, like maybe one of these EPYCs. It's like double perf. But even then, like, you'd have to be pretty strongly CPU bound for this stuff to factor in. Where's Intel's next gen? Can we just have this? Desktop processors? Ultra 9. Okay, they added a bunch of stupid shit. Great. Ultra i9. Yeah, this is what we're looking at. Are these available yet? Main Gear have them? Processors. They already do have it. Yeah, they do have it. The hell? Oh, this is a power comparison. Okay, is Intel just a dead company at this point? Generational regression. How is this thing worse per if it's scoring higher on the bench? What a terrible year for consumer hardware. Holy hell. Change motherboards every 2 gens. I mean, yeah, I guess. The way that typically we're going to deal with these, though, is we buy the desktops, we hold them for like 2.5-ish years, use them for RL, and then we'll flip them to sell for, we'll sell them as like mid-end commodity desktops by that time, probably for about half. I'm suspicious as to how I'm suspicious. Did they do something stupid here? Oops, I don't even have a 4K. That actually looks better. Cinebench. me see. So they have multi-core up top here. So what are people mad about? Single core is top. Power consumption is lower. We don't care about file manager. What is Corona 10? Is this software rendering? There's so much stuff that can affect game perf though, it's weird. These are like game perf tests. I mean, like those are real workloads. Why they always have 7950? Oh, X3D. 50. Okay, here's 9950X, this chip I have here. Weird. Well, this is a stupid chart. Hmm. $780X3D. Well, this is obviously not what we're getting. We should just ignore this chip for the purpose of benchmarks. This is an 8-core chip. So duh. You're gonna get a 16-core chip for RL. So, yeah. The perf regressions are kind of weird though if it has better single core perf, right? Wait, how is this 24 cores, 24 threads? 8 P cores. Oh, did they? Wait, what? They changed this to lower thread count. Apparently there are stability issues with with these new ones as well. Well, this is just wrong. Okay. Well, rough time to be buying hardware. Rough time to be buying hardware. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go make a quick call to main gear. I'm going to figure out what's going on over there with their stuff. Um, and I'm gonna finish this document. Then we'll have a current state of hardware in RL. I think it's generally just kind of shit all around because the AMD chips are like okay, I guess. They're not. It seems slower than it seems like slower in real applications as far as I can tell. Unless, I mean, the only thing I can think is that maybe I really have to try this on Linux. You think? Because there is a pretty decent difference. Good. Yeah, that's like a decent chunk difference here. The multi-core is very similar though. Like the multi-core shouldn't be this different, and like we're getting just massive perf differences here. And I don't like that it's just randomly, it's also just randomly sometimes half speed for several tasks. This could be WSL though, to be fair. This could totally be WSL. I'm gonna make a quick call to main gear. I was hoping to get this done this morning, but I think I might have to just install, I might have to just stick Linux on this box. Tinkering with parts. No, you're allowed to swap stuff. You're, it depends, but you are allowed to swap stuff. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if it's worth me trying to stick Linux on this box completely. I mean, this benchmark difference is nuts right here. The single core especially. I mean, it's just nuts because like you gotta, it's like pick your poison, right? You can pay only a little bit more box to be fair, but this is potentially worse perf. They cut thread count as well, which is weird. Versus 9950X. Hmm. I probably need to just stick this on Ubuntu, don't I? I just need to get like an Ubuntu USB, dual boot this to Ubuntu. Go see how that works, most likely. It's just obnoxious because that's going to take me a decent chunk of the afternoon later today. But I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do. Um, I mean, but like the best case for that is, I think that the best case is that takes us to probably same single core and like 10% faster multi-core, which is just not worth it at all. And then they only do DDR5 now, which, oh, hmm. Well, rip. Yeah, and the kits got more expensive because now it's all DDR5 as well. That just sucks when stuff just gets like that. Okay. Like literally the best boxes I got were the ones that had the they don't even have it anymore. The 13900K. That one technically could have been unstable as well. Well, I gotta stop delaying here. I mean, there's like it's gonna be a tough situation all around for buying hardware at the moment. Um, Companies got to get their shit together. AMD perf might be okay, and it might just be I can cut costs on RAM and motherboard and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. Okay. I'm gonna call it for now. I'm gonna be back in. Probably I'll be back by 3 p.m. So 3.5 hours. I'm gonna take care of some stuff, and that's what we'll be doing for now. So thanks, folks. And if you haven't already, join the Discord, discord.gg/puffer. Hopefully, I won't just be doing hardware stuff all day. Hopefully, there will be some dev. But you can go ahead and start the repo. Helps me out a ton. And there will be more stuff here, if not later today, then at the latest tomorrow. Thanks, folks.